Yeah, I've been working on my bowling in the nets, and it's been awesome to have Craig Howard here helping the spin bowlers. And yeah, on that type of wicket, I think Sophie was just looking for another slow option. And so, yeah, I got the nod, and was pretty nervous at the top of my mark, but I got through a couple of overs. And then, yeah, it was nice to build a partnership with Sophie and Mealy. And although we didn't quite finish the job off how we would have liked, to get the win was really cool in our first game here.
Cricket match.
Yeah, it was one of the weirdest days I've had at cricket. Obviously, we got there all ready for a 9:30 start. The sun was out. It was a hot day, and then we had to sort of sit around for a few hours waiting for the pitch to dry, which is unusual when there's no rain around. So we played a bit of cards. A few people had a few naps in the changing room just waiting for us to start, and then we finally did get started, and a few more delays with lunch not quite arriving on time, and therefore we didn't quite finish playing before the sun went down. So there was a bit of confusion. We had the Duckworth Lewis in front of us and knew that we were ahead, but I think the West Indies perhaps thought they had won, so there was a bit of chaos at the end. But yeah, one of those weird days at cricket, and thankfully we're on the right side of the result. It's such a good start, and you know, these conditions, it's probably only going to get harder. We're playing at the same ground. I think it's the same wicket potentially again, so it's going to spin even more. So it's nice to get on the front foot, and you know, some of our batters spend some time out there against their spinners, because that is going to be the biggest challenge. And it's just nice to go into that second game being 1-0 up. Yeah, the spinners were brilliant. We went seam early, and Hayley and Hannah got the ball to move around and swing, which was nice. And then the spinners came on and really restricted the West Indies and took wickets. And Fran's been bowling really well in the nets, and it's so nice for them to have wickets that suit the spinners rather than the flat conditions in New Zealand. So yeah, it's going to be a battle of the spinners, but the seamers need to do a job as well. And Hannah and Hayley did that yesterday. It was probably one of the more scratchiest 50s. I couldn't lay bat on ball for the first few runs, but I was really pleased with how I played the spin. So just working on our starts against the seamers with the ball sort of holding and swinging. But yeah, it's nice to contribute to 50 over wins and build partnerships, and that's our job as a top order, is to make sure we score the bulk of the runs. I think we were perhaps a little bit off in the field, and that's probably one of our strengths, and we fielded really well at the Commonwealth Games. So that's somewhere we can improve, and perhaps just a little bit of inconsistency with the ball with the seamers, and learning what the right lengths are to bowl on that wicket. And then with the bat, it's just making sure that we build our partnerships for even longer. That was only a 35 over game, and it felt like a long day. So fingers crossed we have a full 50 over game. We've just got to do things for longer with the batting and push the running between the wickets. I think we didn't quite do that till the end of the innings when Brooke and Mealy got together, and that was a real strength of ours in that latter part. So those are the work-ons, I think. Well, a few of us have had a day off. There was an optional training. It was an early start, so I think a few took the option to sleep in. I've seen a few at the beach doing some recovery in the water in the pool. But yeah, I think from what I've heard, everyone's available for selection, and it is just such a nice place when you do have a day off. You really feel like you can switch off.